Welcome back. Alphabet shares have surged more than 140% in the last year, in large part due to its AI strategy. What has set the company apart? Mackenzie Sigalos is looking into that for today's Tech Check. Morning, Mac.
Hey, good morning, Carl. So Alphabet making a run at NVIDIA's crown as investors buy into its AI strategy. Anthropic has reported we got Anthropic reportedly signing this $200 billion Google Cloud commitment that briefly pushed Alphabet above NVIDIA after hours, leaving the two neck and neck for the title of world's most valuable company. Wall Street is shrugging off the risk. More than 40% of Google's future contracted cloud revenue is now tied to Anthropic, even as Google invests up to $40 billion in that same customer. Now, normally, that kind of customer concentration and circular financing would be a red flag. Oracle was punished for its OpenAI exposure. Microsoft faced similar questions, but with Google, the market reaction has been the opposite, in part because investors see the company getting paid across the AI stack. Gemini keeps it in the model race. Google is reportedly working on an agent to rival OpenClaw. Google Cloud sells compute. TPUs are an NVIDIA alternative. And Google still has search, YouTube, and massive distribution to push AI products to users. So Google may not win every lane in AI, but it can still get paid by the companies that do, including Anthropic, a direct model rival that still needs Google's cloud and chips to scale, which helps explain why shares are up more than 140% over the last year. The test now is whether Google can keep expanding its multiple. That is what has weighed on NVIDIA lately. Even as estimates have gone up, the stock has struggled to break out because investors are asking what justifies the next move higher. For Google, that answer has to come at I/O in 2 weeks. That is where Google has to show developers and investors that this re-rating still has room to run. Guys?
Just looking back at this last quarterly print on Alphabet Cloud, record quarter up 63, the backlog doubled. I mean, all of that is going to feed into the I/O event you talk about.
Oh, precisely. And what was not disclosed last week was that Anthropic is potentially accounting for around 40% of backlog. And I think that why that isn't weighing on sentiment is because this is first off future compute, so it's not like it's eating into the TPUs that are running Gemini, because Anthropic does go head to head with Gemini now for those enterprise customers. But two, Anthropic needs as much compute as it can possibly get. And so there isn't as much of a concern about this, single point of failure, this concentration risk, because the needs are just scaling. And Google has become a prime destination for a lot of these model makers.
All right, another 2% gain today. Thank you, Mackenzie.